today's topic is that when will you spend your wealth? So this topic may mean different things for different people. People of my age, I'm 50 plus. Uh, we have a very different view about this subject. If you may be 25, 30-year old, you may be having a very different view about the subject, or you may be just beginning to accumulate wealth, right? We had a tweet discussion this week where I said, don't just play the long term investing game all the time. Take the money out at opportune times and live your life also. So, you don't want to die as the richest person in your neighborhood. That doesn't give you any brownie points. So, and if you've seen this movie, Zindagi Na Mile Dobara, one of my favorite movies, it tells you that you nobody's sure how long they're going to be around, right? I mean, whether you are young, whether you are old, there is no certainty, and COVID times have reinforced that thought that nothing is permanent, nothing is certain. Even if you may be the healthiest, the most fittest person, unfortunate things can happen, and you may be, the person who has never even walked a mile and eats junk all the time, and you may live 200. So there is nobody, no science which can really tell you, how this is going to pan out. So you may plan out for decades and decades, but you may not have them. Unfortunately, that may be the case for some people. So you need to balance. You need to balance it out. You need to live your life every day also. You cannot live like a miser for 50 years and then say, now I will spend my money. You may not have the appetite to spend the money at that point of time. You may not have the ability to go around the world and travel if you have been planning to do so. You may not have the the desire to live in a big house at that stage. So things will change with age. What you need right now is what you need right now, and you need to find a balance between. We also had very interesting comments from several users on this. So I'll just go through some of them. So some people were saying that Mr. Vardhan was saying much needed when all the talk is about only for those days, and you don't live a life at all if you don't do what you enjoy doing. So you must enjoy what you're doing, and I'm not saying splurge to the extent that you don't save or don't invest or borrow money and splurge, but find a balance. You will find a lot of people in this industry who will tell you don't spend, keep investing, keep compounding. Compounding is the eighth wonder. It is, but what is the end result? I mean, you have to balance that, right? I mean, you can compound till your last day, but then you don't enjoy that wealth. Another comment from Mr. Sethi was, I love this, Alok. This is very honest statement, as everyone else will say, go for the long term. I love profits when it hits my bank account. It is actually very true. Kirish is saying, the current pandemic brought this thinking to the core. YOLO, you only live once. No point living miserable life during your working span in pursuit of a dream retirement. So I can tell you, I was thinking the same way when I was 25, 30, that I should keep saving and, I will have a dream retirement at the age of 60, 70, whenever. But on the way, I realized that, I do need to live my life every day, and I do need to enjoy my time. And I hence started to find a balance between what I'm spending and what I'm investing every year. Ritu says, unfortunately, most people spend prime time of their life earning money and saving it without realizing they have saved far more than they will ever need. By the time they realize it, reasons for spending will no more exist. Exactly the point. And I can tell you, I have dealt with thousands of HNIs in my broking days. And most people have the problem of what I used to call a POP problem of plenty. So many HNIs have a POP issue, and they don't know what to do with that money, but they can't stop saving and investing more because they are infatuated with that growing number. that my number in my Excel sheet should grow every year. And if my neighbor is growing at 30%, then why am I growing at 15%, even though I may or may not need it? So that POP issue is there with a lot of people. Even with people with enormous wealth, and they have, at the age of 75, 80, their hunger for more is not subsiding. Rahul is saying, is it possible to have a daily bite on this aspect? So Rahul, we've got it here. How much profit one should keep as a minimum buffer, so if any drawdown hits the portfolio, the invested amount stays unaffected. So you can always balance this. Whenever you find that your portfolio has taken a huge swing up, you can take some money off, spend some money, keep something in the buffer, that in case some drawdown comes around, I'll deploy it again. It is just a mechanism which you can create to have a balance in your mind. Otherwise, of course, market is going up after every drawdown also, and you could keep compounding, but you're also fearful about things. You want to also have a sense of comfort that yes, I've made 150% in the last year, I'm taking 30% out, and that I'm fine with that, even if it goes another 100% from here. So there is a sense of comfort, there is a sense of security in partial profit booking at times, in doing things for yourself or for your family or for your parents or for the society, which will give you more pleasure. And I can tell you, for most people who have not experienced that pleasure, the more you will give, the more pleasure you will get. Actually, the happiness that comes out of that activity is unmatchable. Shaina says, I have constantly asked this question, what is the exit point from longest position? When do we take that money out? Do we have planned to do it? It is very mythical. So yes, there is no one answer to this. Every person will have to find their own answer and comfort level and the way to do it. But this is something that people should think about for sure. So I have some scenarios. I tweeted about this also, and Anirudh today reminded me of that. This is what the wealth age curve looks for most people. After a certain age, the wealth starts to accumulate, and then it goes into a exponential hockey curve all their life. So you keep accumulating. Of course, I'm assuming you are doing well in your life, in whatever thing you did, career that you have, job, business, etc., etc. And I see that more and more accumulation keeps happening until the the turkey day for you. So this is the typical chart for most people, especially for some communities, definitely. This is another sort of stepped wealth chart that I think of is very ideal, that you are making money, and then you are at certain stages of your life, maybe you bought a house, maybe your children got settled here, maybe this was some retirement house that you bought or something like that. So at every stage, at different stages of your age, you are taking out big chunks, and you're allowing your wealth curve to take a breather. It need not go up every year, and that's fine. There is no race with anybody or with any number. As long as you take out the race component from your mind, you will be very peaceful about this. Another scenario which I think is very ideal, and I hope I can do this, is basically have a wealth curve which tapers out, and sort of, after you have enough which you think that can secure you for your retirement, for your future, then the more you are accumulating after that, you are giving it away, whether it is giving it away to your family, your children, taking care of your parents, taking care of your society, whatever it may be, whatever other social causes that you may take. But beyond a certain point, that extra wealth is just a number, and it is it's sort of a meaningless asset that you have, which will never serve you any purpose. except that it will give you a number against your name and you may come in the the Forbes 500 list or something like that. So this is what I feel is very very ideal, and one should strive to get here. Now scenario number 4 is sort of difficult, but this is something that is like a what should I say? I mean, if scenario 3 was ideal, this is like perfect. So you are building wealth, you satisfy your materialistic desires at your younger age or middle age, and then you start giving it away, and you are okay with your wealth reducing. A lot of people may have trouble with that, and I would say that I don't know if I can do this, but I would think that this is probably the sort of pinnacle of where one should reach. That you start giving away your wealth after a certain age, and after the realization that you have enough and you can lead a simpler life, a less materialistic life, and less is also more sort of scenario. So this is just thoughts that we have distilled. I have distilled over time about wealth versus age. There is no right or wrong here. There is no formula. There is no rule. You will have to discover what is best for you, and none of what I have said is gospel of any kind. It may be trash to somebody, or it may be very good points to think about for others. So treat it that way. And it was good to discuss this issue today. I wish you a great weekend, and I'll see you in another video next week. Goodbye.